Welcome to Elder Zen. Hit subscribe for simple health tips made just for seniors. Stay tuned. Your next great day starts here. Have you ever found yourself alone in your favorite chair? Maybe sipping a cup of tea or gazing out the window at the garden, and wondered, can I really manage this on my own? For so many older adults, that question takes on a whole new urgency after a health scare, especially after something as serious as a pulmonary embolism. If you're listening right now, maybe you or someone you care about has survived a PEI. You might be feeling grateful, relieved, but also uncertain. What does life look like after such a close call? And perhaps the real unspoken question is, can I keep living independently? Or is it time to make some hard decisions? Let's start by being honest. No one wants to lose their independence. The freedom to make your own tea, take a walk on your schedule, choose what to eat for breakfast, and sleep in your own bed. These are some of the quiet joys that make life worth living. After a pulmonary embolism, though, everything can feel different. Suddenly, every ache or flutter in your chest can bring a wave of worry. You might be afraid to move too much, or worried you'll miss another warning sign. Perhaps family members with the best intentions start suggesting you move in with them or consider assisted living. Maybe you've even caught yourself wondering, am I strong enough to do this alone? First, if you're asking these questions, you are not alone. Seniors everywhere face these same uncertainties, and the good news is, many people do return to living safely and happily at home after a PEI. The key is not just physical recovery, but having the right knowledge, a bit of practical planning, and most importantly, the confidence to trust your own abilities again. Let's take a breath together and get clear on what really matters. Living alone isn't just about having four walls to yourself. It's about feeling secure, prepared, and supported even if you don't have someone right there by your side. For some, the idea of living alone brings feelings of pride and accomplishment. For others, it's a source of anxiety, especially after an event that shakes your sense of safety. That's why this conversation is so important. Because the truth is, returning to independent living after a pulmonary embolism is possible for many seniors. In fact, with some thoughtful adjustments and a willingness to ask for a little help when you need it, you might even find yourself feeling stronger and more in control than before. So, what does it really take to thrive, and not just survive on your own after a PEI? The journey starts with understanding your body and the changes you've gone through. You need to know the possible warning signs that a problem is returning and what to do if something doesn't feel right. But it also means creating a safe, supportive environment around you. Making your home easier to navigate, setting up ways to check in with friends or family, maybe even using some new tools or technology to give you peace of mind. And here's something you might not expect. Regaining your independence is as much an emotional process as it is a physical one. It's normal to feel shaken after a major health event. You might have days when your confidence falters, when you feel anxious about being alone, or when you wonder if you'll ever really feel normal again. These feelings are not signs of weakness, they're part of the healing journey. In today's video, we're going to walk step by step through the real questions you face after a pulmonary embolism. We'll talk about what medical professionals look for before they recommend living alone. We'll explore practical safety tips from setting up emergency contacts to fall-proofing your home. From medication reminders to using simple, senior-friendly technology for added security. You'll hear the stories of real people who have reclaimed their independence after a PEI and learn how you can too. Even if you're feeling unsure right now, remember, living alone doesn't mean being alone. With a plan in place, a few modern conveniences, and the right support system, whether it's neighbors, friends, family, or even a trusted medical team, you can enjoy the dignity and freedom of your own space without living in fear. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to make confident, informed choices about your future, whether you decide to live alone, with family, or try a little of both. So settle in, grab your notebook if you like, and let's have an honest, hopeful conversation about what's truly possible after a pulmonary embolism. Your independence isn't gone, it's waiting to be rediscovered. Let's find it together. Let's begin our journey together by gently, honestly asking, how do you know if you're truly ready to live alone after a pulmonary embolism? It's a question that takes courage to face. And yet, taking that first honest look at your abilities, your strengths as well as the places where you might need a little help, can be one of the most empowering things you'll ever do. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about making sure you're safe, comfortable, and confident as you move forward. Start by tuning in to your body. After a pulmonary embolism, you may notice changes. Maybe you tire more easily, or find your breath gets short after simple activities. Perhaps you're taking new medications that require you to remember certain routines. Or maybe you're feeling a little more cautious, walking more slowly, taking more breaks. These are all normal adjustments, and they deserve attention, not judgment. Ask yourself, how are you feeling day to day? Can you walk easily from room to room? Are you able to get up and down from your chair, bed, or toilet without help? Do you feel steady on your feet, or have you had any slips or near falls? These small check-ins are the first step in understanding what kind of support, if any, you might need. But physical readiness is just one part of the story. Consider your mind and emotions too. Many people, after a serious health scare, find their confidence is a little shaky, maybe even more than their legs. It's perfectly normal to feel anxious about the future. Maybe you worry about what would happen if you had new symptoms and no one was there. Or perhaps you're nervous about remembering all your medications, or about what to do if you feel unwell suddenly. Don't be hard on yourself. These feelings don't mean you're not ready. They mean you're human. It's also wise to think about your daily routine. Can you prepare simple meals, manage your medications, and keep up with housework, even on days you're feeling low on energy? Do you have a plan for getting groceries or getting to medical appointments? Sometimes, the little things we take for granted, like opening a jar or reaching a high shelf, can become unexpected challenges after illness. The goal is not perfection, but preparedness. Let's not forget about your support network. Even the most independent person benefits from connection. Ask yourself, do you have a neighbor, friend, or family member who can check in on you, maybe with a quick phone call or text each day? Is there someone nearby who could help if you needed it, even just to pick up a prescription or help with a chore? If not, could you consider setting up a system of buddy who's looking out for you, or joining a local senior center or community group? And now, technology offers extra layers of safety and peace of mind. Medical alert systems, smartwatches, even simple cell phones can let you call for help with the push of a button. Medication reminders, video check-ins, and telehealth appointments mean you're never really alone, even if you live solo. One important step before living alone again is to have a conversation with your healthcare team. Ask your doctor, nurse, or physical therapist for their honest assessment. They may suggest a home safety evaluation, recommend certain exercises to build strength, or connect you with resources like visiting nurses or community health workers. Their advice is not just medical, it's practical wisdom born of experience with hundreds of people on the same journey. Remember, readiness is not about being completely independent or strong all the time. It's about knowing yourself, listening to your body, and setting up your environment for success. It's about knowing when to ask for help, and knowing that doing so is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. As we move into the next segment, we'll explore practical ways to adapt your home and daily habits so you can not only live alone, but thrive with confidence and peace of mind after a pulmonary embolism. The journey is yours, but you never have to walk it alone. Now that we've explored your personal readiness, let's turn our attention to the heart of your independence, your home, and your daily routines. Because truly, home is not just a place, but but a feeling, a sense of comfort, security, and belonging. After a pulmonary embolism, making your living space safe, supportive, and easy to navigate becomes more important than ever. And the good news: even small adjustments can have a big impact. Let's start with the basics. Take a gentle walk through your home. Imagine you're seeing it for the first time after your health scare. Notice the paths you take most often. From bedroom to bathroom, kitchen to living room, front door to favorite chair. Are these routes clear of clutter, loose rugs, or stray shoes? Removing tripping hazards is a simple act, but it's one of the most powerful ways to prevent falls, especially if your legs feel weak or your balance is still returning. Think of it as creating a smooth, inviting path for each new day. Next, look at lighting. As we age, our eyes need more light to see clearly, especially at night. Swap out dim bulbs for brighter, energy-efficient ones. Consider adding a nightlight. In hallways and bathrooms, or motion sensor lights that switch on automatically if you need to get up in the dark. It's a small change that brings a huge sense of security. The bathroom for many seniors is where accidents are most likely to happen. Slippery floors, high tub walls, and low toilets can all become unexpected challenges. Installing sturdy grab bars beside the toilet and in the shower. Placing a non-slip mat inside and outside the tub, and using a shower chair if needed. These are not giving in, but wise steps that protect your independence. Think of them as tools, not crutches, for living boldly and safely. Moving on to the kitchen. Make sure the items you use most, dishes, pots, pantry staples, are within easy reach, preferably at waist level. No more stretching for high shelves or bending to low cabinets. A simple step stool with a handle or a reacher tool can make life easier and prevent falls or strains. If you use sharp knives or appliances, keep them organized and easy to grab. Prepping meals while seated at the table can save energy and make cooking more enjoyable. Now, let's talk about daily routines, the gentle rhythms that give structure and peace to your days. After a pulmonary embolism, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or even a little uncertain about what comes next. That's why creating routines, small habits you can count on, brings comfort and confidence. Start your morning with a gentle stretch, a few deep breaths, or a simple gratitude ritual. Set times for meals, medication, movement, and rest, so nothing gets forgotten. Don't forget to keep important items close at hand. Your phone, medical alert device, list of emergency contacts, medications, and a bottle of water should always be within reach, whether you're in your favorite chair or tucked into bed for the night. Make it a habit to charge your phone each evening and keep it on a bedside table just in case. And while independence is a wonderful goal, connection is just as vital. Schedule regular check-ins, a daily call from a friend, a weekly visit from family, or even a friendly hello from a neighbor passing by. Some people set up a system where they text a simple good morning each day, letting someone know they're up and well. If you miss a day, your buddy will know to check in. If technology feels daunting, remember, you don't have to master it all at once. Even learning to use one feature like a video call, a medication reminder app, or a voice-activated assistant can open up new worlds of support. Libraries, community centers, and senior services often offer free tech classes. Embrace learning as a new adventure, no matter your age. As you settle into this next chapter, remind yourself, home is your sanctuary, and you deserve to feel both safe and empowered within it. Each thoughtful adjustment, every grab bar, every well-lit hallway, every small routine adds another layer of confidence and joy to your daily life. In the next segment, we'll talk about building a circle of support, how to ask for help, when to reach out, and ways to strengthen your community so you can truly thrive living alone after a pulmonary embolism. Because even when you're alone at home, you're never truly on your own. As we move forward on this journey of healing and independence, It's vital to remember that none of us were meant to walk this path alone. Even the most self-reliant among us, those who take pride in managing their own homes and routines, can benefit from having a circle of support. In fact, one of the most empowering steps you can take after a pulmonary embolism is to build and nurture connections with others. This isn't a sign of weakness, but of wisdom and strength. Let's begin by reflecting on the simple truth that asking for help is not always easy, especially if you've spent years as the one others depend on. But life after a health scare is a new chapter, and accepting support, whether big or small, can actually expand your independence, not limit it. The key is to think of your support system as a safety net, not a cage. A network that catches you when you need it, but never holds you back from living your best life. So, how do you start building or rebuilding this network? First, take a look at your relationships, both near and far. Family, friends, neighbors, faith communities, support groups each can play a unique role. Maybe your children or grandchildren live far away but can check in by phone. Perhaps a neighbor is happy to pick up groceries or share a cup of tea. Sometimes, just knowing there's someone to call in an emergency can offer a profound sense of security. Communication is the bridge that makes support possible. Start small. If you're not used to asking for help, try sharing your needs openly. I'm recovering from a health issue and could use some company now and then. Or would you be willing to check in on me once a week? Most people are glad to help, they just need to know how. Beyond your immediate circle, consider the resources in your community. Many areas have senior centers, meal delivery services, transportation programs, or even volunteer visitor programs. Don't hesitate to reach out. These services exist for a reason. And using them is an act of self-care, not a burden on society. Technology, too, can be a lifeline. If you're comfortable, explore devices and apps that keep you connected. Medical alert pendants, video call apps, medication reminders, and even home monitoring systems that can notify someone if you need urgent help. If learning new tech feels daunting, ask a grandchild, neighbor, or librarian to walk you through the basics. You may be surprised how quickly you gain confidence. Sometimes, the most powerful support comes not from practical help, but from emotional connection. Make it a priority to stay socially active, even if it's just a weekly phone chat, joining a book club, or attending a community class. Loneliness can be as harmful to your health as any physical risk. Reaching out, whether to share a worry, a laugh, or a memory, keeps your spirit strong. And remember, support is a two-way street. Offering help to others, even in small ways, checking in on a neighbor, sharing advice, or simply listening, can give your days new meaning and joy. You may find that your experiences after a pulmonary embolism inspire others facing their own health challenges. Finally, make a plan for emergencies. Keep a list of contacts in a place that's easy to find on your fridge, near the phone, or even saved in your mobile. Share your medical information with someone you trust, and talk about what steps they should take if you ever need urgent care. At the end of the day, building your support system is about more than just safety. It's about belonging, connection, and living fully at every age. You are not alone on this path, and every bridge you build to others enriches your own life and the lives of those around you. As we prepare to explore the next segment, we'll look at the little habits and self-care routines that help you thrive. In your independence, protect your health and add more joy to every single day. Let's keep moving forward together. Now that we've talked about building your support network, let's turn our attention to what you can do every single day to protect your health and confidence at home. After a pulmonary embolism, life may feel a little different, but with the right daily routines, you can not only maintain your independence, but truly flourish in it. First, let's acknowledge that safety doesn't have to mean giving up your freedom. In fact, creating a few smart habits can actually set you free from worry, helping you focus more on enjoying your days rather than fearing what might go wrong. And often, it's the smallest, simplest routines that make the biggest difference. Let's begin with medication. If you are prescribed blood thinners or other medications, make taking them part of a steady routine, maybe alongside your morning tea or after brushing your teeth. Consider using a pill organizer or setting a daily phone alarm as a gentle reminder. If you're ever unsure about a dose, don't hesitate to call your pharmacist or doctor. A single question could save you from complications and keep you feeling your best. Next, hydration is absolutely essential. Many older adults simply don't feel as thirsty as they used to, but staying well hydrated keeps your blood flowing smoothly and reduces the risk of clots. Try filling a favorite pitcher or bottle in the morning and keeping it close at hand, sipping throughout the day. Herbal teas, clear soups, or water-rich fruits like melon can also help if you're not a fan of plain water. Another key habit is movement gentle. Regular movement that fits your lifestyle and abilities. If walking around the block isn't possible, that's okay. Even simple stretches, ankle circles, or chair exercises can help prevent blood from pooling in your legs. Set a timer to remind yourself to get up and move, even if it's just for a minute every hour or so. Let's not overlook the importance of your living environment. Take a fresh look at your home. Are there loose rugs, clutter, or poor lighting that could cause a fall? Consider making small changes, like adding nightlights, keeping pathways clear, and ensuring that often used items are within easy reach. These little tweaks can make your home feel safer and more welcoming, without feeling restrictive. For many people, meal planning becomes more important after a pulmonary embolism, especially if your doctor recommends a certain diet. You don't have to overhaul your whole menu. Just focus on including more fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. If you need to avoid foods that interact with your medications, ask your doctor or a nutritionist for a simple list to keep. On the fridge, batch cooking or preparing snacks ahead of time can save energy and reduce stress. Another daily routine to embrace is self-checks. Spend a minute each day paying attention to your body. Look for any swelling, redness, or pain in your legs, and notice any changes in your breathing or energy. If something doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. The habit of listening in to your body's signals is one of the most powerful tools you have to catch problems early and seek help before they become emergencies. Finally, make time for joy. Yes, daily routines should include moments that lift your spirits, a favorite hobby, music, connecting with friends, or time outdoors. Emotional health is just as crucial as physical health for recovery and independence. And as we close this segment, remember, safety routines aren't about living in fear. They're about empowerment, confidence, and building the foundation for a vibrant, independent life. Each habit, each choice is a vote for your well-being. In our next segment, we'll discuss what to do if you ever face another health scare, because being prepared is the best gift you can give yourself and your loved ones. Stay with me as we continue this journey of hope, strength, and self-reliance. As we move forward in this journey together, it's important to acknowledge a simple truth. No matter how careful, prepared, or healthy we strive to be, unexpected moments can still arise. And when you live alone after a pulmonary embolism, or even if you have family nearby, having a clear, confident emergency action plan is one of the most loving things you can do for yourself and those who care about you. Let's start with this question. If you suddenly felt short of breath, or noticed severe leg swelling, or started having chest pain, would you know what to do next? Sometimes, in the moment, fear and uncertainty can make us freeze. That's why walking through your emergency plan in advance gives you a calm sense of control, even in a crisis. First, make sure you have all your important phone numbers easily visible and within reach by your bed, on the fridge, or saved as favorites on your mobile phone. This should include not only emergency services, but also your primary care provider, a trusted neighbor or a family member, and your local pharmacy. Having these numbers at your fingertips can save precious seconds when every moment counts. Next, consider wearing a medical alert device if you live alone. These devices can be a simple necklace, bracelet, or even a smartwatch, anything that allows you to call for help at the press of a button. Many seniors find peace of mind knowing that, even if they can't reach the phone or speak clearly, help is never far away. It's also wise to prepare a brief medical information sheet and keep it in an obvious place, like your wallet, or post it on the fridge. This should list your medications, allergies, major medical history, including your pulmonary embolism, your doctor's contact details, and an emergency contact person. This small step can make a world of difference for first responders or anyone helping you in an emergency. Let's not forget about communication with those who care about you. Have a conversation with neighbors, friends, or family members. Let them know about your history and the warning signs of a potential emergency. If you're comfortable, agree to regular check-ins, even if it's just a daily call or a text. This simple routine not only builds connection, but ensures someone will notice quickly if you need help. You might also want to think through scenarios and rehearse what you'd do, just like a fire drill. Practice calling for help, describing your symptoms, or unlocking the door for emergency personnel. You might feel a bit silly at first, but rehearsal makes real action much easier if the time comes. Of course, prevention is always our first goal, but if symptoms ever arise like sudden shortness of breath, chest pain, fainting, or new, painful leg swelling, don't wait or try to tough it out. Call emergency services immediately. Many survivors say the hardest part was deciding to ask for help, but also that it was the best decision they could have made. Finally, don't underestimate the comfort and power of being prepared. Far from making you anxious, having a plan brings calm and confidence, turning fear into strength. It means you're not only hoping for the best, but actively creating it one decision, one step at a time. As we head into our closing thoughts, remember, your safety, independence, and peace of mind are all within reach, thanks to the practical habits and plans you choose today. Let's keep learning together, because every small action is a gift to your future self. Stay with me as we wrap up this important conversation on living well, living independently, and living with courage, no matter where your journey leads. Now, let's talk about another key piece of living well and living safely after a pulmonary embolism: your home environment. It might surprise you, but the way you set up your space can have a powerful impact on your day-to-day confidence and well-being. In fact, a thoughtfully arranged home can offer comfort, encourage movement, and help you avoid unnecessary risks, all while making life feel just a bit more joyful and manageable. First, take a slow walk around your living space. As you do, ask yourself, are there any tripping hazards like loose rugs, tangled cords, or cluttered walkways? These may seem like small details, but for seniors, preventing falls is absolutely essential. Consider investing a little time to secure rugs with non-slip pads, tuck away extension cords, and create clear, wide paths from room to room. Each step you take to declutter is actually a step toward more freedom and less worry. Next, think about your favorite places to relax: your comfy chair, a sunny window seat, or the kitchen table where you read or enjoy your tea. Try to arrange your most used items within easy reach. Your medications, water bottle, reading glasses, a phone or medical alert device. By minimizing the need to stretch, bend, or climb, you're lowering the risk of sudden dizziness or strain, which can happen more easily after a pulmonary embolism. Lighting matters too. As we age, our eyes may take longer to adjust, especially at night. Add nightlights along hallways, in the bathroom, or near the stairs. Motion sensor lights can make late-night trips safer and less stressful. And don't forget to check that your main rooms are bright and easy to navigate sometimes. Just opening the curtains or moving a lamp can make a huge difference. Hydration is a theme you've heard many times, but it's worth repeating. keep fresh water in sight and within. Reach, whether you're watching TV or reading a book. Little reminders like a cheerful mug or favorite glass can turn a healthy habit into a pleasant ritual. And when it comes to the kitchen, stock up on easy, healthy snacks that support circulation and energy. Fresh fruit, nuts, yogurt, and whole grain crackers can give you a boost without the effort of cooking a big meal. Place healthy options on lower shelves so you never have to reach or climb. Another gentle tip. If you use stairs, think about whether you need an extra handrail, non-slip treads, or a small basket to carry items up and down. If stairs become challenging, consider keeping daily essentials on the main floor. Reducing the need to climb frequently. Don't forget the bathroom, a common site for slips and falls. Non-slip mats, grab bars, and a shower chair can all add stability, making daily routines more comfortable and less risky. Ask for help installing these features if needed. Your independence is worth a little investment as you adjust your environment. Remember, this is not about giving up independence, but rather about strengthening it. Each thoughtful change is a message to yourself. I value my safety, my comfort, and my future. With every adjustment, you're building a foundation for confidence, a space that supports recovery, movement, and moments of everyday joy. And if you feel overwhelmed by the process, don't hesitate to ask family, friends, or even local community organizations for a hand. Many people find it rewarding to help make a home safer and more welcoming. So as you continue on this journey, let your home be your ally, a place of warmth, peace, and empowerment. Up next, we'll explore how to nurture your emotional well-being. Stay connected with others and find meaning in every single day after a pulmonary embolism. Because your story isn't just about survival, it's about creating a life you love right where you are. Stay tuned. Now that we've discussed how to shape your home for safety and comfort, let's take a deeper look at another vital part of recovery and one that is sometimes overlooked: your emotional well-being and social life. After a pulmonary embolism or any major health scare, it's normal to feel a roller coaster of emotions. Anxiety, frustration, sadness, or even fear of what comes next, these are feelings many people face. But you don't have to face them alone. Let's begin by acknowledging a simple truth. Healing is more than just physical. While your body works to recover, your heart and mind also need time and gentle care. It's easy to feel isolated after a hospital stay, or when your routine is disrupted by doctor's appointments, new medications, or lingering fatigue. You may even find yourself avoiding favorite activities or people simply because you're worried about overdoing it or having another episode. But here's the secret. Staying connected with yourself and with others can be just as healing. As any medicine, social connection is, quite simply, powerful medicine for the spirit. Studies show that seniors who maintain close relationships and engage in regular social activities experience less depression, recover more quickly, and even enjoy longer, more fulfilling lives. So, how can you nurture your emotional health as you recover? Start small and be gentle with yourself. Even a brief phone call with a friend or family member, a walk with a neighbor, or a chat with someone at the local market can brighten your day and remind you that you are not alone. If you're feeling anxious or blue, share those feelings. Don't bottle them up. Often, a loved one or support group can offer understanding, encouragement, or simply a listening ear. If you're tech-savvy or willing to try, there are wonderful online communities and video calls that can help bridge distances, especially if family or old friends live far away. Joining a support group, whether in person or online, can be particularly powerful. There, you'll find people who truly understand what you're experiencing because they've walked the same path. But social connection isn't just about others. It's also about reconnecting with yourself, with the simple pleasures and routines that bring meaning to your life. Maybe it's picking up a favorite book, listening to music, tending to a houseplant, or working on a small craft or puzzle. Maybe it's a moment of quiet reflection by the window, a short gratitude journal, or gentle stretching with morning sunlight on your face. Give yourself permission to feel proud of every small milestone, walking a little farther, cooking a meal, or sharing a laugh. Celebrate these victories because they are real. And if you find the dark days outnumber the bright ones, remember that professional help is always available. Speaking to a counselor, therapist, or faith leader is not a sign of weakness, but a wise investment in your future. For those with grandchildren or younger relatives, consider sharing your story. You may be surprised at how much your resilience inspires others and how much younger family members want to help, even if it's just by spending time together or running a quick errand. Finally, remember that emotional healing isn't a straight line. Some days will be easier than others, and that's perfectly normal. What matters is that you keep reaching out, keep connecting, and keep moving forward, step by gentle step. Up next, we'll wrap up this series by creating a personalized action plan, helping you move confidently into each new day with hope, with courage, and with the knowledge that you're never alone on this journey. Stay with us, your best days can truly be ahead. As we come to the close of this important journey together, I want to pause and recognize just how far you've come. Taking the time to listen, to learn, and to reflect on your health is itself a powerful act of self-care, one that deserves real credit. Whether you're watching this for yourself or for someone you care about, you've taken a meaningful step toward a safer, more independent life after pulmonary embolism. And that's something to be proud of. But before we say goodbye for now, let's take a moment to weave together all the threads we've explored today. Think about it. Each topic, each tip, each personal story we shared wasn't just information, but a piece of a larger tapestry. It's a picture of hope built from courage, determination, and the simple decision not to let fear or uncertainty rule your future. Remember, the journey after a pulmonary embolism is not always easy. There will be days when doubt or fatigue creeps in, when progress feels slow, or when the memories of that health scare feel a little too close. But on those days, I invite you to look back at everything you've learned and to remind yourself, you are stronger and more capable than you think. Healing, true healing, isn't a race or a checklist. It's about waking up each day with the intention to care for yourself, even in small ways. Maybe it's doing your prescribed physical therapy, stretches, even when you'd rather rest. Maybe it's making that extra phone call to check in with a friend or two, ask for help. Maybe it's choosing a nutritious meal, taking a gentle walk in the sunshine, or simply allowing yourself to feel grateful for another day. These choices matter. These moments add up, little by little, to a life that is not only longer, but richer in meaning and joy. And if you ever feel alone or unsure, remember this. There is a whole community of people right here, watching alongside you, or reaching out through local groups and online forums who understand what you're going through. Lean on each other. Share your victories, your struggles, and your questions. Every story you tell, every bit of wisdom you pass along, could be the key that helps someone else through their own tough moment. If this video brought you clarity, comfort, or confidence, I encourage you to pass it on. Share it with friends, with family, or with anyone you think could benefit from a message of empowerment and hope. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next conversation designed especially for you, because lifelong health is a journey we're all on together. Finally, carry this with you. The path after pulmonary embolism is not defined by what you lost, but by all you still have to gain. The ability to live with awareness, to cherish each breath, to celebrate even the smallest improvements, these are gifts worth holding on to. Every step you take, every bit of progress, no matter how small, it's a testament to your resilience and your commitment to a brighter tomorrow. So, as we wrap up, remember to be kind to yourself. Celebrate your wins. Seek support when you need. it and keep reaching for the things that bring you happiness and meaning. Thank you for trusting me to walk this path with you today. I believe in your strength, your wisdom, and your ability to turn today's knowledge into tomorrow's better life. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay connected, and know that your best days may still be just around the corner.